and Stitch and this fool. I'm not gonna say anything. Just gonna throw up a peace sign.
Cheers.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so we're here today to talk about all the hate of Ddlg. I can't even with this. Okay. What? What are you doing? Oh my god. Okay. So, the thing is that I'm okay with everyone who doesn't understand Ddlg and who isn't a part of it and doesn't think it's okay. But what I'm not okay with is when anti-Ddlg posts and pages, they decide to go onto my Instagram and actually text me and say, you're fucking disgusting and you're a pedophile and da-da-da-da-da and stuff like that. That's what I hate, because I don't go on their pages and be like, oh, you're so wrong, da-da-da-da. If you don't like it, if you're not a part of it, just don't fucking subscribe to it. Just don't fucking watch it. That's really all. Why are you just laughing at me in the corner? You make me uncomfortable. Okay. So recently, I watched this one video about a Ddlg couple who decided to react to one of Onision's videos. And honestly, Onision did not know what the fuck he was talking about. He said that anti-Ddlg was like mommy little boy, and honestly, that's not what it is at all in any way. That is more of like a caregiver type thing. Has nothing to do with anti-Ddlg. Anti-Ddlg is people who are against the whole Ddlg community and that don't agree with what they do as a lifestyle. I don't know what else to say. Help. Help.
Your phone's slipping.
I know it's slipping. I don't know what else to say. Help.
Basically just say screw all the people who think they know it all.
I mean, it's not just that. I feel like they should actually go to a person who's part of that community and ask them what it's all about before they start just talking all this crap about it that makes absolute no fucking sense, because even a logical person could think, oh, anti-Ddlg, obviously anti means against, so obviously it's against whatever the hell Ddlg is. Even if you don't know what it is, you know, you can probably fit the pieces together. I mean, and obviously he's looked into it. If he knows about little boy and mommy, obviously he's looked into it. And he concerns himself as one of us, kinda. He says he's within the whole dominating thing. He just doesn't go for the age rules and restrictions. And I don't understand how you can be a part of a community but be completely against and just be totally hatred towards it. It honestly makes no sense at all. And I don't know why he's even talking about this, because, I mean, honestly, it's really none of his business. I mean, we weren't bothering him in any way. We didn't, nothing. So, there really isn't nothing else to say but that. I just went on a huge rant because I was really, really, really pissed about that. And I get really pissed about the fact that I don't go and look at anti-Ddlg profiles, and I keep far away from that stuff because I don't like that stuff. But somehow, because they don't like me and the stuff that I'm into, they feel the need to go ahead and text me and be like, oh, you're fucking disgusting. And I don't think that's right, because I don't go to them and be like, oh, you're fucking wrong. But the thing that bugs me is when people use it for the sexual being, you know, like, they start to judge the people who are using it as an actual lifestyle just because all they do is, like, maybe call their partners daddy, princess. That's all they do. They don't really go into the whole depth of passies and, like, blankies and stuffies and all that. We were interrupted once again, but we good now. Okay. Anyways, back to what I was saying about how there's, like, 2 parts, and that one part that just does it for the sexual thing, they, like I said, they don't really go into depth of it like we do. We actually use it as an actual lifestyle, and it just seems like we're kind of separated just because they don't really consider themselves a part of it. Like, they do, but then they don't. They consider themselves a part of the community, but when it goes to all that, like, age restriction and everything,
sex,
they don't really stick up for us, even though we're a part of their community. I mean, I don't know why it's separated like that. I don't know why.
See, now I get it. That's why we got bad names on ourselves. People who take that, whatever that is, they take the whole DGL thing, and then they twist it, and then they turn it, and it turns people into different people. But that's their fault. They choose to be that way. They choose to abuse the power that they wish to have. That's their fault. That's why we get a lot of bad reps. That's why. It's because of people like that reflects on us. Make sense?
It does make sense. It's just that I have no problem with them doing that. It's just that when it comes for the whole community being shot down,
they just make us look bad and
they don't want to be a part of it when the whole community gets shot down.
Exactly.
Because they're all like, oh, well, we don't do that stuff. We don't do passies. We don't do all that gross stuff. Technically, to them, it's like considered gross. And in reality, a lot of people think that just calling the names of daddy and princess is gross. And just using it as sexualization is gross.
Tell you what, how about people like that worry about the real criminals out there, like the real pedophiles and all that? How about that?
I mean, yeah.
Because there's sick people out there who really take so much advantage of their, how do I say it? They take advantage of the whole situation. So Ddlg kind of stuff like that, they take advantage of it. So if you ask me, look at the people, look at the guys, the women, and anybody who does that and abuses the power. Look at them. Because they're the ones making themselves look stupid and making us look stupid, and we're not even doing anything. Put real people like that, the ones behind bars, look at them and worry about them first. Before you start worrying about people like us, just 2 normal people just doing our thing.
I mean, the one thing that I really, really hate is that when I tell somebody that I'm a little, and then they're like, oh, you must have daddy issues. And I hate how that contradicts everything, because it's just like, just because you're little, you have daddy issues, and that's not the scenario. A lot of littles don't have daddy issues at all. A lot of littles are perfectly fine with their parents, and they have great relationships with their parents, and they didn't have a bad childhood. They grew up just fine. It was just a path that they chosen, just a lifestyle that they chose to go to. And it is true that for some, because I've met, hey, don't eat food on camera. No eating food.
Stop.
This is not a mukbang. Did I hurt you?
Yeah, my fucking somewhere.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay.
See? She's already abusing me.
Hey!
Using the power.
I'm not abusing. Just don't want you to eat on camera. You're gonna get a piece of sauce all over you. Okay,
so should we wrap this up? Keep going?
Not done.
Damn, I look good. Look at
Oh, shit.
Look at that muscle.
No.
Tiny.
I'm gonna have to edit that out now.
Really?
Okay,
Really?
no. Okay, back to the thing that I really hate. Because there are a lot of littles who do use it because they have daddy issues, but I feel like just because they have daddy issues, they shouldn't be, like, sabotaged and singled out for that. instead of going ahead and hurting us by saying, oh, you have daddy issues, that's why you were little, you know. Instead of saying that, they should be going for the people who actually fucking hurt us to have those issues. Like, I do have daddy issues, and I am a little, but...
That's different.
I mean, that's... It's not my fault that I'm a little. It's just where I feel safe. It's a choice that I made to go and feel safe.
Exactly. And I'm going to say this to all of you out there. It doesn't matter who you are, what you are, or what you do. If you feel safe doing something, then stick with it. Because in the end, that's all we have. If that's the only thing that makes you feel safe and you feel a part of the world, then just do it. Don't be afraid. Never be afraid of who you are. She taught me that. Never be afraid of who you are.
I mean, honestly, yeah, because if you're going to go ahead and pretend to be someone you're not,
then
you're not going to be happy at all.
Then people look at you, then you're just going to make a fool of yourself.
Yeah, because you're trying to fake who you are, and that's not who you are. But let's just say
you are yourself, and people reject you.
So what? If you can find at least one person who accepts you,
or you know
then
what?
That's okay.
You don't even need to find one person. If you make yourself happy the way you are, that's all you need. Nobody else, nobody's words, nobody's criticism should not bother you. If you love who you are, then stick to it. Be who you are. Be who you want to be. Don't ever change that for anybody. If you want to change it for you, that's different. Don't ever change because someone tells you to. Don't ever get down because someone's putting you down or putting your beliefs down. It's like the same feud between Catholics and Christians. One's different, the other one's different, and one side puts the other side down, one side puts the other side down. Same thing. But in the end, again, like I said, we're the same body. We're human. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to like what you do, or people don't have to like what you do and who you are, but who cares what they think?
And it really honestly doesn't matter, because whoever you are, black, white, Mexican, Indian, Chinese, anything
even
that
Muslim.
You are, it doesn't matter. Those things like Ddlg, that doesn't define me. Pansexuality doesn't define me. Being a rape victim doesn't define me. Nothing defines me.
Your personality and your perseverance towards life.
What defines me is who I go ahead and show the world who I am. And honestly, all that's not going to matter in a good couple of years when you're 6 feet under the ground and you're nothing but bones.
You're not going to die in a couple of years.
I said a good couple of years. I mean, it's the same with everyone. We're all going to be just skeletons one day.
Yeah.
And we're both going to just be equal then.
That's my point. We're all human. We're not all immortal. You know I want to be.
Oh my God.
But that ain't going to happen. So see? Come on, people. It's not hard. Use common sense.
I mean, and I don't understand why people... I don't get how they have the time to go ahead and put someone down like that. Like,
honestly, they should worry about themselves.
Why don't they go ahead and work on themselves? Why don't they go ahead and find something else that can concern their time than just putting people down?
Exactly. Because what does it do just putting someone down? What does it do?
Oh, it gets them views? So what?
And you hurt someone you don't even know and you don't even care to know. Do you really feel good about yourself like that? It's basically a bully. The only reason why they do it is because they're having problems of their own and they're hurting them themselves. That's fine. Then that's when they need to come out and let us know. If they really have problems, we're all open. Everybody's open to being friends. Everyone's open to just talk to. If you really have problems, then just open up. Don't hide it. Don't be someone bigger or badder just because, oh, you got problems and all that. Because, like I said, we're all the same inside. It doesn't matter who we are. It doesn't matter. That's what I had to learn. Everyone in school called me gay, but I wasn't. Look, I'm engaged to her. I didn't let that bother me. The reason why they bullied me is because they are having problems with themselves. It's as simple as that.
I mean, and another thing that I have a problem with that's really big is when they go ahead and call you a pedophile. Or say that you're into pedophilia just because you're supposedly sexualizing kids. We're not really sexualizing kids.
Back to what I was saying. How about y'all worry about the people that do that and who get away with it? How about that? Because there's sickos out there who freaking do that every day, all over the country, all over the world.
There really is. Because trust me,
And
I am not a pedophilia. I know what that is. I lived with a pedophile. I know what that is. I am not that.
And look where he's at. He's in prison right now for being a dumbass.
Well, obviously,
to his own daughter.
Because
sickos like that need to be put away for good.
But y'all don't know about that. But I'll tell you one day. But probably not today. But I'll tell you one day.
Point is, worry about something more bigger than just a little teeny tiny problem. If that's how we want to be, then just let us be that way. We're not asking you to like us. We're not asking you to even respect us. All we ask is that you just look at us as humans amongst this planet. That's all we ask for.
Yeah, all I really ask for is that for you not to waste your time and actually search up our pages and actually have the audacity to go in and text us and be like, hey, you're fucking disgusting, da 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 da, and everything.
And the people who do that, they're disgusting themselves.
Like,
because they got nothing else better to do.
Like, we're not even gonna try to argue with you because we've heard it all. We're just gonna go ahead, skirt, block, delete.
And this is what I'm gonna say. I don't care what you say or what you do. It ain't gonna hurt me, so nice try. I respect everybody just the way I'd want to be respected. That's as simple as that.
Okay, we should probably end this.
Okay.
I have one more message though, okay? I know I keep talking, but I have one more message. For you who feel like you can't really come out if you're a little, or if you're homosexual, or pansexual, bisexual, anything, gender fluid, or whatever.
Race.
Whatever it is. If you feel like you can't really come out, honestly, don't be afraid to lose friends. Don't be afraid if your parents aren't going to accept you. Because coming out is going to be one of the best things you will ever do in your life. I mean, I remember a time where I was so scared to tell my parents that I was pansexual. I kept it in for so long, and it really sucked because I felt like I had no one to be there for me. And then it did suck even more when my father went ahead and neglected me for being pansexual. That did hurt a lot, but I mean, I did get the support of my mom. So that was a good thing. But I just want you to know that you're not alone. There's a lot of people who go through that. And if you feel like coming out is going to be probably the worst thing that ever happened to you, it's not. Because in reality, you know, it might seem like the worst thing then, but in a good year or two from now, it's going to feel like the best thing you'll ever do because you've actually defined yourself and you've basically showed the road who you are. Because it is part of who you are and you can't change that. And a lot of people in the little community don't come out at all to their parents or to anyone. And they hide it. And I did that too. I was more scared to come out as little than I was to come out as pansexual. Because being pansexual was, I mean, it wasn't okay. I still get a lot of shit from it, even from people within the own community. Because they say, oh, pansexuality is not a real thing. Oh, it just basically means bisexual. And I know that's not true. And it sucks that even I get shit from that inside my own community. But you also still get support. Because there are other pansexuals out there. There are other people like you out there. You're not just alone. And coming out as little was way, way harder because the whole LGBT community, it's been opening up so much wider now that it's so much easier to come out. The thing about the Ddlg is that it's not as easy to come out. You're more looked away from and more frowned upon because of it. Because it is it's a kink. So because it's a kink, it's more frowned upon than a sexuality. But you should still come out. I'm not fully out to everyone, but to most people I am. And I'm not. I'm really not.
Sure act like it when you're at the store with me.
Well, at the store, yeah, but I mean, to my mom. I never really told her and sat her down and like explained to her.
She knows.
I mean, she knows, but she's one of those people who she thinks it's pedophilia.
Yeah, she's so, how do you put it?
Oh my god.
So much of a believer in this guy.
It's not that. It's that she doesn't understand it to the point where one time we were in a restaurant and she was like, she saw my post on Instagram and she was like, what is this? Did you like your father fucking you and da 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 and everything? And I was like, no, that's not what it is at all. But, you know, people will be how they will be. And they'll not really even give you a chance to explain it. And at the time I didn't feel like explaining it because she was basically just saying all this stuff that wasn't true. I don't know if I'll ever tell her that I'm really truly little and tell her what it's really about.
You better before I move out.
But
and you ain't gotta worry.
oh my god. I don't know if I ever will, but
you will when we move out. You ain't gonna have to worry about it. You're living with me.
It doesn't matter. It's still hard.
Who cares?
It's harder than with my pansexuality. I don't know why, but it is harder.
Do you just promise you'll try?
I'll try. But either way.
In conclusion, don't ever be afraid of who you are. Don't ever be afraid to come out of who you are. If people reject you, then so be it. Who cares what they think? Just be you.
Yeah, and I just want you to know that if there's any of you...
We will love and respect you more if you just be you. Because then that's not a bad thing. Look, you're hesitating.
I don't care. I hesitate. I have anxiety. Okay?
I picked up the pieces for you.
Either way, I just want you to know that if you are in a tough spot where you feel like you can't come out or you're questioning who you are, that you can come and talk to us. We'll understand. I'll understand. I understand a lot of things, even if I'm not into some kinks. There are some kinks that I'm not into, even if I don't always agree with people's decisions or whatever. You can still come and talk to me. I'll still be willing to listen and to give you advice and try to understand or just be there for you if you just need someone to be there. That's mostly it. Anyways, be who you are. Love yourself. Bye.